It's me again, Christian from ancoreSoft, on how to design your first report in ancoreShare server. As always, switch over to your ancoreShare management console. And before we go into design reports, make sure you have a valid license installed. If it looks like this, we don't have a license at all. I'm going to copy and paste my license. If you don't have a license, head over to ancoreSoft.com and get your license for free, a test license. Save, and now we're good to go to design our first report. Click on New, we call that Sales Report, and we need to select at least one source, click source. In that case, we're going to use the consumer sales. Click on Save, and we can start designing the report. ancoreShare server is using the principle of a single point of design. So when you're going to design your report, you don't have to predefine what kind of report it will be. A PDF, an HTML, Word, Excel export, everything is done in the very same place on this canvas you see right now. So that's why we have to define only the layout of the report, the size of the report, the size and the layout of the page settings. And that is what we are going to do. We are switch over to report, layout, and here we can define what size our canvas should have. Like for PowerPoint, it would be a good idea to use 16 by 9 because in landscape, because that is the usually used size. Then we have this grid snap size, which is good to understand what it does. Let's drag over here to rectangles, and if we are going to zoom a little bit closer here, we see that it automatically snaps by 5 millimeters. If we want to have a smaller size, we can change that by using a snap size of 1 millimeter. So now we can define a closer and smaller area between them. Okay, next step is let's define our settings for the page. And you see this dotted line here, this defines our header area. We're going to change the height, it also reducing the size of the header, or enlarge it with the height. And you see there is no footer right now. Let's switch back a little bit, full page, and there is no footer area. We activate it. So now we see also a blue dotted line, and we reduce it. And we're going to set our first part on our footer, the page numbers. So we're going to drag and drop the text part here, move it around until it fits your requirements. And since it is on the right side, we're going to right align the content. Let's call it just page of pages. That is only a title you will see on the screen. That is not the content. To put the content here, we need to go here. And there are two variables. The first one is the page number. Then we can put this guy here and the total pages. So that will be page number 1 of 2. Okay. You don't need to, but you might save your work from while to while. If you're going to see what's going on, just click on PDF. We'll create the first output and see what happens. And we have our page number again. You see there's a space. Why is there a space? Because I have done this space. Okay, reduce it, redo, and we see it looks perfect. Okay, second step, let's create a header. Also drag and drop a text here and call that sales You don't have to type it here. You also might type it here. Center, or leave it left aligned. Change the size, maybe bold it. And now you can drag around, put it here on the left side, a little bit up. Yeah, that's fine. So as soon as an object is within this blue line, it will be repeated on each page. If it is outside the blue line, it is always only on that page we have in focus now. So we drag it here and it starts to become a header line. Okay, we have our page numbering, we have a header. Now we need to have some click content. And that's why we're going to drag and drop our click object here. And click on content. It is asking you for, okay, we are using some content from consumer sales. And what click object do you want? You might just type in the ID if you know it, but as soon as you click on the object on the field, you see all the click objects which are within that particular consumer sales source. And you might either type in uh, the worksheet name or the type of object or the name of the object or the ID of the object. Let's say I want to see only bar charts. I type in bar. So we'll see all the bar charts within my application. Or I type in pivot, like pivot tables, and so on and so on. I'm going to select, yeah, why not, this guy here. And we see now the preview, a little thumbnail, but it is not a little thumbnail. It will be automatically sized when we have a bigger view of our object here. So size it on your requirement. And we will see here a little grayish border that is by default. So when we want to remove it, just click on appearance and remove the border, and you will see the preview. Since this is perfectly what you see is what you get, appearance, the border has been removed. Let's see what's developed behind. Just click on PDF again, and it automatically connects the source live, grabbing the image and showing on our report here. Very good. Now we are ready to save our work. And that was creating your first report with ancoreShare server. Bye bye.